I am the Red Cyclone! Ah!
Hey, welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better by Square podcast. This is your episode 42319. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Replica Mike.
What is up, guys?
Chilling, man. It's been a pretty good week. An interesting weekend because the Anthem demo for everyone is out.
Yeah.
Also, let's not be, silly. Remember, this is also Kingdom Hearts week.
Oh
Kingdom
yeah.
Hearts 3.
About time. I got it in my hands. It's my copy now.
Like, this is legitimately a game people have been waiting a decade for. You can say it. 10 years. Like, so it's finally out. Is it worth the wait?
I honestly,
How do you feel?
I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying the game aspects of it. My only little gripe with it is the worlds. Like, I do like a lot of the worlds. Don't get me wrong, but I kind of miss some of the old ones, like Jack Skellington, the Halloween, the Halloween Town. I didn't care for the area one, but like the Lion King, the Pride Rock, and like some of the famous ones like Aladdin and things like that, those are not in the game. They're more newer movies, so like Frozen, Big Hero 6, Wreck-It Ralph.
And they all have their own world?
Yeah, they all kind of have their own world, and that's where you go through and stuff like that. Pirates of the Caribbean, which is really long. I really hated the fact that I had to listen to that Let It Go song.
Okay, damn. I was going to ask you, since you've experienced a majority of them, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel any one got more attention than the other? Do you feel like there's an actual best one so far? Like, how do you feel about those?
My favorite so far that I played was Toy Story.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I like Toy Story a lot because, one, I love Toy Story, and two, it's like a mech. It's like freaking Titanfall. You get into a mech. You get into like a mech toy, and you're using the mech toy as a weapon and shit like that. So I thought that was really fun, and it even has an arcade kind of game also that you use the mechs and to destroy each other and shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
A lot of mini games. I do like the gummy space traveling now.
Okay, I've heard mixed opinions about this one because I think they changed some stuff from the old one.
So me and thanks to like the Flying Grayson, he gave me a cool strategy to make your ship.
Okay. He
was like, just make a donut. I was like, oh, a donut? Sure. Like, yeah, just make a donut. He's like, the reason why, because they shoot the middle and they can't hit you because there's nothing in the middle.
Get out of here.
So I was like, you're right. So my fucking ship is a big ass fucking donut, and I have all the guns blasting like on the sides of my. Like, I have probably like 20 guns in a big ass donut.
Does it make you spin wildly when you do that?
No.
What? Okay.
No, because I put like rockets in the back, and like, I gave it some wings so it could turn good and everything.
Yeah.
But the rest of it is all guns. Like, I really put like every single gun on there.
So does this like break the game? Like they really can't hurt you at all?
They can still hit you if they hit you in the side, but you're not gonna get like when you're battling. There's a big chance you're not gonna get touched because they usually hit the center. They usually aim at the center.
Crazy! Wow, that's cool.
I'll send you a picture of it so you get an example of the donut.
Yeah.
So that was the best strategy. He was like, go with the donut. That was like probably the best strategy I've ever seen in that game. Was that? I was like, oh, cool. You know who's really enjoying the game?
Ooh.
Loki. My little cat Loki. She stares at the game. Like, she likes the colors, she likes the Disney, and she will sit there for hours and watch the game.
Nice.
And she really enjoys it. When she hears it come, she runs to the living room and sits down to watch the game.
Man, she's gonna be singing show tunes.
Yeah, right? She's gonna start singing "Let It Go."
Oh,
Let It Go. I'm mad that I had to hear that fucking song.
is it the real voice actors?
I think for Frozen, yes, it's the chick that played her and everything like that. So I sent you the picture of my donut.
Okay. And we're going to take a little break right here just to remind you to follow us on Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, also on SoundCloud. What we do is we have this podcast, the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. We also have the Wrestling Babble podcast that's hosted by Merc with the Mic, who's a frequent guest on my show. And that should be on Merc with the Mic on SoundCloud. We post those on YouTube as well. So you can check the Merc with the Mic podcast out on his YouTube channel, which is also Merc with the Mic. And also you can catch the It Gets Better I Swear podcast as well as the various other playthroughs on the RedCycloneInc YouTube channel. Thank you. Oh, I see. Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah, so we were able to do like that, and it helps a lot, and it helps you beat a lot of the bosses, especially the 5-star ones and things like that.
Okay.
But all in all, the game's good. I think again, Toy Story was my favorite just because the whole Titanfall kind of feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the characters were fun. You get to like most of the like you team up with Buzz Lightyear and Woody. You see some of the cast like Rex and some of the other people in there. You go to the toy store, the big mall, things like that. So the way it looks is great. The one thing I noticed, not every town you get a distinct look.
Mm-hmm.
So like the toy store, you look like a toy, but like in Frozen, you just in shorts and a t-shirt and fucking cold. I'm like, why you don't have like a coat or anything?
Okay.
That
was the thing. Like every town and the other one, they had something distinct. I know Lion King.
Yeah.
You turn to a lion.
Yeah, you just turn to a lion.
And Little Mermaid, you have fins.
Yeah, like
shirt on. It's hilarious.
Yeah. So like the Monsters Inc., you turn into a monster.
Mm-hmm.
You're like a monster. Goofy and Donald become they look like monsters as well. That was a fun stage too. Was Monsters Inc. What was the first one? I can't think of the first one right now. But it's a fun game. It's really good. I'm very happy with it. I haven't played an RPG like this in a long time, so it's getting me back into that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have not touched a Final Fantasy since 10.
Okay, that's a long
Kingdom Hearts. The last time I did play Kingdom Hearts was 2, not 2.5, not 2.9, 2.
That's a real.
So there's one
2.8. That's a real one too.
Oh, so the 2.9 thing was really funny because when you start the game off, right?
Okay.
It starts off with the story fight and everything like that, and it goes Kingdom Hearts 2.9.
Wow.
And then it goes like an Easter egg and shit. That was funny.
That's nuts.
Yeah, so I'm having a good time. They have still Twilight Town is still there. That's one of the main cities.
I wish Twilight Zone Town was a thing.
Yeah, Twilight Zone Town would be dope. But yeah, it has a cool. Oh, the first stage was Hercules, so pretty much not really much change to your look, but you get Hercules to like help you out and things like that.
Do you get the arena like he had in the other one, the Coliseum?
I have not seen the arena yet, so I'm not sure if it's there or not.
Because that was a cool thing. I always liked. Yeah. That was one of the things I liked about Kingdom Hearts was I didn't really grasp the story too much.
Yeah.
But it was cool, right? Like some cool stuff happened.
Yeah.
But I always liked that they was like, oh, you can fight Sephiroth. Oh, you can fight this really hard monster that That's kind of the stuff I like from Final Fantasy, like just the side stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, it probably does have one of those in there. It's probably like some.
Well, yeah, I haven't seen it yet, so.
Okay.
But I think it's pretty fun.
Okay, nice.
I like what they're doing with the game. I like the style. The graphics is beautiful. The characters are great. They all fit their characters and stuff like that. The one I kind of didn't like was Tangled because the voice actors are not dumb and they sound really weird.
Yo, all I know is I keep seeing clips from that Tangled dance thing.
Yeah.
And people are just putting other music over it because it fits so well. It's just like, yo, Sora's going in. Why is he just, like him and that other dude start doing the point with the arms up? I'm like, oh my god, whoever mocap this was amazing.
Yeah, I gotta do a lot of those mini games, get like the top score because that's part of the achievement hunts.
Okay, cool.
So there's a lot of the achievements are pretty like they're possible. They're all possible to do. You just gotta take time and get better at the game. But other than that, it's a fun game. I'm really enjoying it. Like Disney, like Final Fantasy, this is the game for you. It would be fun. And if you're scared of Resident Evil, this is a game for you.
Wow, okay. Yeah, that helps.
Because that also came out this week. Well, last week came out last Friday, and that game's been selling really good. That they announced Resident Evil 3 coming soon.
Oh, nice.
Resident Evil 3 is gonna be next.
And I like that 3 is the one that lets you. See, here's a little known fact about it because everybody remembers the thing that chases you. But you could be a piece of shit to Nemesis.
Yeah.
You could push him off a bridge. You could like electrocute him. You could do all types of mean stuff to him. So like that's kind of the stuff I'm really excited to see. I shouldn't be, but like I want to see how they're gonna up-res all the really dumb stuff.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get all this. That game had a lot of secret stuff into it. A lot of alternate guns and stuff.
Yep. So we're gonna see that soon.
Yeah. Did you get 2?
I did not get 2 yet because I want to finish Kingdom Hearts first. So I'll wait a little bit until I get to
some time. Yeah.
So, but I know I've seen the videos you posted, and I watched gameplay, and I'm looking forward to playing it though. The fun gameplay I've watched just makes it fun because it's been actually scaring the shit out of people. It's great seeing people scream for their life.
and X is gonna give it to you.
Yeah, that shit's hilarious.
Like he's just there waiting in the wings. Arp, arp. Did you know that he got out of prison the same day? I knew it was like the same weekend.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was the same day the game came out. So
it was that Friday.
Yeah, it was that Friday. So he's got a chance. Don't blow it. Don't blow it, DMX.
Be good, DMX.
Maybe Capcom will throw you a bone. I'm just saying, you want some money, go talk to Capcom.
Yep.
Put you in a music video for Resident Evil. Come on, how dope would that be?
It's gonna give it to you.
Look, Snoop Dogg did Tekken. So, Snoop Lion did Tekken.
Yeah.
That wasn't Snoop Dogg. Technically, that's a different person.
My only thing with that's a Tyrant. His name is.
Yeah.
His coat don't get hurt.
No, it's supposed to be super strong too. I don't know.
Yeah.
His hat, but except if you shoot him in his face, it falls off. So.
Just his hat. Like the shit, like you burn the motherfucker, and his trench coat's still good.
Yeah, I want that.
Yeah.
Give me some of those Infinity clothes, please.
Yeah.
So I guess we can talk about. Well, you done with Kingdom Hearts?
Kingdom Hearts was fantastic. Definitely, everyone should check it out. It's a great game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Early predictions. Is it looking like your game of the year? Like, is it? Because I'm just saying for reference of the new games that have come out this year, people are already saying, "Oh my God, Resident Evil could be theirs, and Kingdom Hearts could be theirs." Like for you, do you feel
Kingdom Hearts could be up there.
Okay, cool. I'm just glad to see, like, it's a 10-year game. That's why I'm trying to get your gauge on excitement. Like,
yeah, it did. Like the moment you put it on and you see them hear the old school like Disney music and the feel and the mini games and the other things they have. There's so many. One thing I hate about games like this, there's so much shit to collect.
Okay.
So much shit. Like they have these hidden Mickey Mouses all over the world that you can take pictures of. Sora has a phone now, so you can take pictures, so you could like take selfies.
Okay, well, what do you get? Like, just an achievement or a trophy, or like does it give you some in-game reward?
Well, I know for like to all the collection, while getting all the collections, eventually you'll get the ultimate sword, the strongest sword. So you need to collect everything and get that sword.
Gotcha.
Well, Keyblade, whatever the fuck it is. It's a sword. It's a sword with key.
It unlocks your heart.
Yeah.
Did you unlock anybody's heart yet?
I guess.
Okay. You don't have to say who. You don't have to say who. I'm just saying, has anybody gotten their heart unlocked?
He locked someone inside of somewhere.
Alright.
Like he used the thing to lock the door.
Wow. Alright. He shot somebody in.
Yep. It's like I could. Yeah. So it's a fun game though. Definitely check it out.
Alright.
NetherRealm been showing characters of Mortal Kombat.
Mm-hmm.
And 300,000 people signed the petition to get Shaggy into Mortal Kombat 11.
Wow, that's a lot of people. I mean, I would have signed it too, but where was it?
It's on NetherRealm Studios on the website. I'll send you the link.
Now I'm gonna go sign it. That's ridiculous. Are they serious about that?
Hey, they had. No, fuck. I was like, you know what? As long as he plays good, he has a cool finisher. I guess that's what's the purpose of it.
Because like Shaggy, that's ridiculous. I mean, do you think the person who owns the Shaggy estate is happy?
Well, Shaggy's owned by WB.
I know, but I'm saying like they probably don't have like the person who's in charge, the person you call to go, okay, we need Shaggy footage. No, like Bob Shaggy in the office. Like he's sitting in the office pissed. He's like, this is what they do with the legacy of this character. Scooby-Doo is an icon. Zoinks. Don't you remember Zoinks? I can just imagine somebody being pissed.
If Shaggy's finished, Shaggy, I like. There's a lot of talks about like what will be his fatality.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what if he just made you into a big ass sandwich he usually eats?
Oh man, that's
He just eats you.
Yo, I see
sandwich. That would be something Jenkins would do.
Oh man, you know what? See, this is why we can't have Photoshop. See, this would happen. Just taking pictures of this guy with different sandwiches. Please, you know what? We have an email. It gets better, I swear, at gmail.com. Send us pictures of different sandwiches from around the world. If you are listening to this podcast, can you send us a picture of a sandwich? We may very well Photoshop the Jinkies. The sandwich. I'm just saying.
Or we could just ask him to take a picture of himself with a sandwich.
Yeah, but that's too easy, and it's probably a sandwich he likes. Like I wanted to have just a sandwich he'll never eat,
like a snail with mustard.
I wasn't going that far, but yeah. Okay.
Escargot with mustard.
Yeah, basically just a snail and like mustard on a rock.
And him like crying eating it.
Oh, that's no. I don't mean anything like that. But that'd be great. Yeah. So like, are you looking forward to any specific character again? Shown in Mortal Kombat?
The one I usually pick as in Mortal Kombat there is just Scorpion. That's usually my go-to character anyway. So it's like, yeah, Scorpion's in there, and Sub-Zero's in there. So that's a new sidebot I would like to see.
Gotcha. Did you see the picture he tweeted? Ed Boon tweeted out of Chris Tucker as Smoke.
Yes, Smokey. Yeah.
I love it, man.
That's the same dude that put Stryker as John Cena.
Yeah, Boss. That's still Boss Logic. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just love that Ed Boon is the one sharing these pictures. Like, you know, he's crazy enough to get this stuff actually put in there. So
yeah, and WB is a friend company. So if it's under the WB banner, they'll easily get it in.
Like, I just imagine just how do you explain Shaggy in a meeting? So, we want to put Shaggy in Mortal Kombat.
Like what?
Excuse me. I don't understand.
The Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Yes.
Does he look like he killed anybody?
A pothead from Scooby-Doo.
You know what I'm saying? The most ambiguous. Like, why is he always hungry? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Just I would just love to see. I'd be a fly on the wall in that meeting because that just sounds ridiculous. But of the ones that were confirmed, I know they put Kano.
Yeah.
And then some of the people I follow online, Charles homie Unruly, he's put up the pictures of the Pirate Kano.
Yeah.
That's a Brazil exclusive. Like I guess when it releases.
Okay.
So that's I didn't know they were doing like worldwide events. Like they're actually having worldwide like just little spots where they pop up and do a reveal and stuff. That's freaking ridiculous. I know they had one I think in Germany like last week it was. Like they're going all out. But then again, I think about it. This is not just a fighting game. This is like a top level fighting game. You don't really think about it because it's like it takes what does it take 2 years off?
Yeah.
So yeah, like it takes 2 years off and it's not Injustice, so it's a different thing. But like, yeah, they go all over. That's
No, it was more than 2 years from the last Mortal Kombat.
so like I'm saying, like it's if it falls out of your head, like in your consciousness, 2 years is a long time to be away.
Yeah.
So damn. All right, and it's getting soon. I think they said April.
Yeah, April. I'm still debating if I want the big collector's edition, but let's see if GameStop will still be open by that time.
Man,
No,
I
want
to talk about that too. You want to about them not being able to find a buyer for this? I think it's for their stocks.
Yeah, they're doing bad.
Yeah, like, and it really is pointing to like the end of like that business model, really.
Yeah.
I mean, not of a game store, but just like of that type of game store where they basically run you out of your money and give you bullshit.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much what. Well, see, you would know more firsthand, but like, I have the feeling that they wasted their goodwill with customers a long time ago, so that's why.
Oh yeah.
They lost their support.
I think after that whole Circle of Life shit that they was doing, I think that really put a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths for GameStop.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, now how long ago was that?
Like 3 years ago, that they had a big report of GameStop lying to customers about just so they could get like sales on the used and sales on the pre-orders and all that stuff. And they'll lie to people directly to get the sales going. If not, like they'll cause some of their jobs and shit. And I know for firsthand, like when I worked at GameStop, it was all about the numbers. It's always been about the numbers. And when you don't see certain people performing the numbers, they want you not giving them hours. And that's not fair. People have livelihoods and shit like that. People have kids, people have this, people have that. To do that to people, it's just really fucked up.
Gotcha. So it's the well, I'll just give you the headline from this one. I believe it's Fox News has it, and they're covering a game thing, so it's always gonna be coming from some type of angle.
Yeah.
But they're gonna give you the raw ass headline: GameStop's future in question after failing to secure buyout. So, yeah, like this is pretty. God damn, first Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Now GameStop.
But that was the same problem with Blockbuster too.
I know. I'm just saying, yeah, they couldn't find anybody, and they were clinging to an old ass model.
Actually, with Blockbuster, what happened was that they could have been better off if they would have just teamed up with Netflix.
Did you hear like they could have potentially like partnered with or bought out Netflix like when they still had mad money.
Yeah, at the time, Netflix wanted to help Blockbuster, so Netflix offered their services to make their streaming service, and Blockbuster was like, "Oh, we could do it ourselves," and look what happened.
Yeah, look at that. That's a kick in the ass.
Yep.
But it's like the same thing happening here. Like they were clinging to an old model, and it's beyond lost in the faith of any people that go there.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what happened, but apparently GameStop also became the place to wild out too.
Yeah.
Like that's ridiculous. When you were involved, it wasn't like that, right?
No, you had some moments and some weird ass customers sometimes, but as long as you're calm in demeanor, you're not like it's easy to get through it. People are not trained enough to do certain things right either.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess all this bad stuff is adding up. But like, yeah, they don't really have anything to cling on to because all the stuff that they tried to do. Like I heard they got into games development, but they bought a studio or something like that, and that produced like one game,
and it failed.
And whatever like weird business models, like the pops, having pops in store, like partnering all these popular things to try to save their own asses.
That is the only thing that's really financially good for them is the geek stuff. So having Think Geek.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's really successful in GameStop is the Think Geek stuff. I think they get more sales out of that stuff than they actually get in games now.
Wow, that's not good.
Yeah. So
and also, digital is kicking their ass too.
Yeah, and looking at the next console might be directly digital.
And that's a bad thing we'll get into when I talk about this Anthem demo.
Yeah.
That might not be the way to go. We're not there yet. I don't think. And I'll tell you why. But as it says with this is like their stock took a plummet more than 27% last week. Like that's like big news. Like when anything goes like over 10, like like that's terrible.
I feel bad for the people I know that work there because that's their livelihood. That's how they make their money. But also, you should know in a certain area too when you have to move on and get a new job because you see a lot of news stories just like that. And just protect yourself.
And they might not be able to pay you a severance. You never know.
No, the bosses will get them. That's it.
Oh shit, that sucks. Also, there's another thing having to do with Kingdom Hearts and GameStop. Did you hear about they oversold their pre-orders for the Kingdom Hearts PS4 edition?
Yeah.
The system version. So there were like tons of people who aren't going to get their system because they don't exist.
Yep.
So that's just another reason why it's like a nail in the coffin. Just like it's set up. It's right on the outside. All they're waiting for is the hammer to come because there's just more and more bad news, more and more stuff to make you not want to have anything to do with them.
Yeah.
They're the EA of retail. Yay. Basically.
Yep.
Damn, I feel so bad that EA has the Star Wars license. That sucks.
Yeah, they're about to lose it though. I feel Disney's gonna back and take the license away
soon. Hopefully so.
Mm-hmm.
And with that said, we can talk about why the discless future is a bad thing because I played the Anthem demo.
Oh, the Anthem, well, to them, the beta, but it's a fucking demo.
Well, let me tell you about that, sir. Apparently, I have a friend of the show, Dr. Snipe. If I catch him on the Xbox Live. So he pre-ordered Anthem, which, a lot of people did because it looks promising. It's got a really unique but somehow familiar look to it. You know what I mean? Something going on there. It has a lot of cool systems. It's got loot. People like loot. Every time they hear loot, somebody that's marketing the game says people like loot, right?
Mm-hmm.
I fucking hate that.
Like treasure boxes.
Yeah. That's like, oh no, that's another thing they got out there out front and was like, no loot boxes, guys. Yeah. Cosmetics only, no loot boxes. So people are actually excited for it, and so there's a pre-order out. I don't recommend it, and you got early access to the quote-unquote beta, and I got confirmation today. Like, yeah. So the following week, everybody else, worldwide gets access to the demo. But they're one and the same. There's actually no difference. So they got away with basically marketing access to a beta that didn't exist. So people got bamboozled. Just like to put that out there. Nobody's talking about that, but people got tricked.
Yeah.
Because when you hear that, you believe you're getting access to something special that nobody else is getting access to. Basically, all I had to do was say, fuck that, I'm waiting a week, and I got access to the exact same thing. Because it's not a beta. It was a demo, and for all intents and purposes, it seems like this might be the final game, and it's buggy and laggy as hell. And it made a terrible first impression. And I've already claimed the spot for the cover of this episode. You'll see exactly why. Blue screen of death, like on a PS4, like just Anthem demo has failed. Like, come on, and I got that quite a few times. Like, but before I could even actually play it, it failed out on me before I could get in. So that was a bad sign. And then I was like, all right, I'll give it a few more chances. And then second time it took forever to load, but then it loaded in. And then from then until like the last time I played, which it was like maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours, I got to sit down and really like try to get to know this thing. I got to like level 14 by the end of the whole thing.
Yeah.
I think it's still out as we speak. I think it's up until Monday morning.
Yeah.
But man, there's something there. It's good. Like the gameplay, it feels good. The shooting is dependent on the guns. I know people were saying that. It's true.
Yeah.
The guns shoot differently. Like there's a sniper rifle that you just hold, and it's not really like a railgun. It just shoots a shell that explodes. That feels really good.
Okay.
Like there's some of the more non-traditional stuff that they do feels really good. Like there's a machine pistol that's just like 1,000 rounds. Like what? All right. Like there's some weird stuff that they do that feels good. Like the traditional standard rifles though, it feels really like lame.
Yeah.
Not like somebody was saying before, not really impactful. The sniper rifle, the traditional sniper rifle doesn't feel impactful at all. Like when you get a headshot, there's no like visceral feedback. Because other games like Destiny, this game looks incredibly like I think did somebody from Bungie just like give them like a sheet of what do you call that, concept art, and was like, use this, because it looks just like Destiny. Like if you didn't know it was third person and first person, you'd be like, is this Destiny like 3 or Destiny 2.5 or something like that? Because it's really like that.
Yeah, it looks like Destiny with Iron Man.
Yeah, basically that's the tagline, Destiny but Iron Man, because you can fly, and the flying is good. It feels good. But one thing I don't like is that they really do go out of their way to let you know that there's an overheat mechanic, and that you should be cooling it off with water, because water is strategically placed throughout the levels. And the bad thing about the levels is that they are segmented, even though they're huge, which I don't understand why they don't have you have finished the objective in each part before you move to the next one. Because this game so far, it seems like it suffers for one of the things that I don't really like in multiplayer games. Is multiplayer mission-based games is from the get-go, it seems like just rusty objective. Like you ignore everything. Like the landscape's supposed to be beautiful. You're supposed to be able to fly everywhere and see, like usually a map is closed off by where you can go and stuff. Not in this game. You can go almost anywhere. You see a mountain, you can go almost to the top of it and stuff. Like it's pretty. They go out of their way to make it feel like a big world.
Yeah.
But then like there'll be an objective in another part that makes you run past all the enemies, because you don't need experience. We just need to finish the mission because we need to grind this out, because it's level based like Destiny, and your guns have numbers and bars like Destiny. Like somebody really stole like just a lot of the stuff from Destiny. It just looks egregious. It's bad. Like they might get sued. Like I'm serious. They might get sued. When you look at the weapons, the stat charts and stuff in game, it looks just like Destiny. It's bad.
Yeah.
Real bad.
I'm gonna try it out today. I'll probably go on it maybe after.
Like it feels like
try it out.
It's sad because I feel like this thing is gonna bomb, because this demo is gonna give people a really bad impression.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, man, if this was like, if they waited and put a story in instead of being adamant about no real story, and then because they're already backpedaling, because they have a first person mode in this game that is basically like, okay, here's the story part separate from the Iron Man and suit stuff.
Yeah.
It feels awful.
Yeah.
You just walk slowly, and you quickly find out that walking in a first person game is not a fun way to get around.
Yeah.
You're usually used to running around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It makes a big difference. It's terrible.
That's bad. This is not getting me to want to play this game at all.
So you could do it the way I did it and basically just mash the O button and get through everything. I don't care of what they were trying to sell me in the story. I just wanted to play the part that looked cool.
Yeah.
And I think they did themselves a disservice by trying to stick a story in here. They should have just made this a full-fledged multiplayer game. If they were gonna half-ass that from the get-go. You know what I mean? Like I think if they would have not did any of the first-person stuff, right?
Yeah.
And focused purely on getting like the bugs. Because the enemy, I didn't get to record this part, but I was getting shot through walls and stuff, and I was just getting hit from nowhere. and it could have been one or two things. It could be that the enemies just sometimes the bullets just ignore the walls and go through, which would be terrible because there's no cover and you need to be able to stand behind a piece of the environment because there's no cover mechanic. There's no lean against the walls type of stuff. Yeah. It's all, you know how it is when you don't have a cover mechanic. You move your character back and forth to try to get to a shimmy to a nice place where you can like peek out. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you want to do that, right? Because that's the only choice they leave you. And yet the enemies can shoot through the walls. So it's just like, what the fuck? It's just weird. But then it also may have been lag, which is a whole other thing. Because you just realize, like, what am I doing wrong? I got a wired connection. My shit says good. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Why are we lagging so hard? And it was consistent of me getting shot through this wall, and I'm like, this is no bueno, man. I don't know. It's not a good look, and it was booty. And a lot of people who have influence, RedCycloneInc doesn't have influence like somebody like Angry Joe or some of the other YouTubers do. Yeah. And they're saying like, yo, this shit is broken and it's laggy, so that's not gonna be a good look.
That's not good at all. And they're coming out like the end of the month, right?
Yeah.
It's not enough time to fix that.
No. They're
gonna be patches like in the first 3 weeks already.
50 gig patch.
Yeah.
I'm calling it right now. What was it? Well, how big was the patch that Fallout had? It was like 40 something gigs.
Yeah, and it still sucks.
And it's still, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think this is gonna be in that boat.
Good job, EA.
They won. Yeah,
you destroyed a very prominent company.
Like, it's cool. Like the art direction in the game is really good. It's pretty, man. It's pretty. It should look good, but like all this, it acts up. It acts up, and it's like I can't. Like I was gonna try to contact the homies and be like, "Yo, you want to play this Anthem?" But I'm like, I wouldn't want somebody I don't like to play this in this state, like, because you're gonna be frustrated. You're gonna get it. Okay, I have one video I'll put up on the RedCycloneInc YouTube. It'll be from the towards the actual last match, because a thing that game seems to do right is you can quickly get a feel for whether or not your team is working together, because you will be stuck in a hallway fighting and dying over and over again if your team sucks. Yeah. And there's no communication through chat because nobody's listening to each other. So if people just how people can click. It's like with Monster Hunter. Like I don't talk to anybody in that game. Yeah. But somehow we click and we know what to do. It just works. When you get a group that does that, it feels really good. Okay. Because I ended up unlocking which is essentially like the wizard from Destiny. Because it's a spaceman that floats and does powers, which is like is egregious. Yeah. There's gonna be a loss. I'm telling you. But anyway, he feels powerful because he can actually do lightning and fire and ice, and it has status effects, and it chains combos together. Like there was a point where I was in a good group, and my ice was setting off another dude's explosion, and you see the words in big letters pop up, combo, and you can turn that off too. Yeah. It looks silly, but you know what? I'll take it. And it gives you good feedback with that stuff, and that reminded me of Mass Effect. And then I felt sad because all that cool stuff that I was experiencing with that one group, I was like, it's covered in all this bullshit. And that I'm not paying $60 at release, and I'm not pre-ordering the game. I'll wait until the game drops to like 30.
Yeah.
Pick it up on the
Make
cheap.
sure it's on the access and just buy it.
Oh, it's
Try
yeah. Like if this game pops up on Xbox Game Pass for any reason because they want to push it hard, do it. Do it.
You know what I did see the other day that it looks better than what it looked before? Crackdown.
I started to see the multiplayer. Yeah, the explosion arena. Is that what you saw?
Yeah, the one with Terry Crews. You see the Terry Crews character?
No, I didn't see him. I got to see some.
No, it's actually like the gameplay. It's actually like the gameplay. The character actually looks like exactly like Terry Crews in the game.
No, I didn't get to see that either. That's cool.
Yeah, it looks not that bad.
Yeah.
So I'm like, good. At least Crackdown's looking okay. Good for that.
At least it's a game. That's all. That's all I care about. It was
That's another game that should have had a beta. Should have came out with a beta around March. Not March, November.
Here's the fucked up part.
Yeah.
The original one did. It did.
Mm-hmm.
It had that long beta period that came with like Halo 3, I think it was.
Yeah.
And so, it was a long time before Crackdown. I think it was like a year. Yeah. So,
But that's how you do a beta.
Yeah.
Beta is to test the game out and see how it runs. You do a beta in November.
And let people
November.
yell at you. That's the other thing. Let the internet yell at you.
Let them tell you what they love and what they don't love. And then you have 6 months to fix it before your game launches.
Before you end up like Metroid 4.
Yeah.
And they scrap your whole game and bring in another team.
Oh, damn.
You don't want that, because that's what happened to whoever was making Metroid 4. They brought in, Nintendo was like, nope, this looks like garbage. Retro Studios, come in.
Yep.
So that's the other big thing that happened this past week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, people just getting bold in the games industry, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Don't be messing up people's intellectual properties.
Especially when it comes to Nintendo.
Anything out of Japan, like first party.
Nintendo will fight you.
Don't do it.
Nintendo will fight your children.
Like, see, we see there was no fallout between them and Team Ninja when they made that other M, because people were like, it was kind of cool, but that game was not great.
It had an interesting concept,
I will say that I agree with you, but here's the thing: that game, what was it? It would break your console, because of the save bug or something like that. You would lose your data because of the save bug, and that was like a widespread problem that they had to Nintendo never does patches that, and they had to do a widespread thing because the Team Ninja somehow fucked that up. Just goddamn. You had to send in your memory card. That's how crazy it was. That's ridiculous. So I can understand that they're like a little bit you gotta go. You guys gotta go. Yeah. I don't know if it was Team Ninja, but whoever was doing Metroid 4, I think they got some really watchful eyes on them, and somebody saw something they did not like.
Yep.
So I don't know.
Mario
Metroid Prime 1?
The Prime 1, I liked it. Prime 1, and I liked it. No, I liked it 2 and 3.
So I guess then Metro Studios is the ones you want to make it then. So
yeah, I liked 2 and 3.
But I think they might not have done 2 and 3. I think they only did 1.
That's fine. Prime 1 was good.
Okay.
I think 2 and 3 had better story than
they
1.
did Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. Did you like that game?
I actually did like that game. It was fucking
hard.
And
did you like the other one, the Returns?
That was also hard as shit, but it was good.
They made both of those, yeah.
I'm fine with those games. I like those games, but again, they're hard as shit.
Okay. So that's their pedigree. So they know how to make good games, but apparently they're hard. So
they're gonna make you work for that shit.
So
a couple of your fucking Joy-Cons
might be a thing people are interested in. I don't know. A hard Samus. I don't know if Samus stuff. Do you recall any Metroid games being especially hard?
The original one.
Really? Okay.
And Super Metroid had its difficulty.
It was? I always thought you were just a badass, because every time I see that game, she's doing something weird. Like she's either flying, or she's doing a nuclear explosion or something. Like she has ridiculous moves in that game.
But I think, Super Metroid was kind of a difficult game. I remember playing, and yeah, it's very Castlevania-ish in how those stages laid out. But most of the time, like, yeah, it had its difficulty turns. It's like, say, for instance, you go to the wrong way, and you're not ready for that.
Gotcha. Understood.
She wasn't ready.
She wasn't ready. She had feelings.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Scott Steiner.
Hey, Scott Steiner. You just mad because you got beat up by Hornswoggle.
Holla if you hear me.
Yeah.
So I mean, before we wrap it up, you got anything else, Mark?
We just went through our Morphincast for Power Rangers Season 1.
Yeah.
I like the cast. I like how we digest everything in that first season. And we kind of had our own little outcome and what they should have done. But knowing the reasons why, like, I try to explain the reason why with the whole VR Trooper thing. Mm-hmm. During the time, like, the reason why it feels backwards is during the time that's when Tommy left the show. He was supposed to be VR Troopers. They did some contest things and stuff like that, but they saw that Tommy was a lot more popular in Power Rangers, that he was getting requests to come back because a lot of kids stopped watching because Tommy wasn't there. Mm-hmm. So he was very popular, so they brought back they made Green Ranger stories so they could add him back into the show. Okay. And you could tell the difference. Like, you can see, especially when the American, you see the terrible styrofoam shield.
Okay, gotcha.
So terrible shield. Yeah, it's really bad.
That's messed up. I'm getting closer and closer to that.
Yeah, and then now I'm looking forward to our next cast, which will be the end of the month. We're gonna go Super Sentai Zaiu Rangers. I love that damn song.
Almost every time I let it play.
And I like the ending song too.
Mm-hmm.
And they stay in my damn head.
Ah, that's so good.
So we're gonna cover the 50 episodes of Zoo Ranger.
I saw the last one I saw. I think it was episode 9 or 10. The one after the food episode.
Okay.
With the pig.
Yeah.
You know, that made a lot more sense with the pig. I realized it did.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, and then in the end, it was the same result though. They fed him a root that made him throw up.
Yeah.
And they threw up the weapons and stuff. Yeah.
So a funny thing about that episode, the American one split that episode in half. So they had a later on one with Pudgy Pig as well, returning.
Yeah.
And he was a pig that turned into Pudgy Pig. Instead of him being a monster, and they used the same footage from each episode in that one.
Ah, understood.
That was something that happened after the 40th episode. Again, when we were talking about Mighty Morphin, we were saying that it should have ended with damn it, I forgot the damn episode's name. Anyway, but episode 41, 39 and 40 were a 2-part episode. They should have ended there. Mm-hmm. There was like a Power Ranger Appreciation Day, and then they got destroyed and things like that. Doomsday, that's what it's called, Doomsday. And that should have ended there. But no, they added another fucking 20 episodes that did not make sense. It just felt weird because it kind of went backwards in a way. And that was my problem with season 1. Even though it's still very enjoyable to watch. Mm-hmm. Like the first season Power Rangers is still enjoyable to watch because, yeah, you have your nostalgic with it, but now you get the jokes that you get a lot of the stuff that you never got when as a kid, like the Bulk and Skull. These are my favorite things about the show. I think Bulk and Skull is like real stars for me. They make me laugh. And then the things they do and how confident they are and how, Bulk is very confident in himself. Like he is thinks he could do everything, and he has no problem trying to do it either. Even though he fails, he's going to try it.
I remember him fixing the toilet.
Yeah. So everyone, Bulk and Skull. You know what's funny is the fact that they were supposed to get a spin-off show too.
Listen, I would have watched it because they were funny.
I think I would have watched it too. But we wrapped up Power Rangers season 1. We'll be doing Power Rangers season 2 in March, and that will be going along with the I think is Super Sentai, the Ryu Rangers, which will be the season.
Rangers, something like that?
Yeah, they're the Thunder Rangers. Those are the ones that got Thunder Zords and shit. So that's a whole different season. So we're gonna do season 2 of Mighty Morphin, and then we're gonna do that one, which is gonna be interesting because it's a whole different series in Super Sentai.
That's true. Gotcha. Man, this one is bananas though. When the old man gets a giant ear, so he can hear something in far away, like that's just some ridiculous stuff, man. There's so much stuff I love about the Zoo Rangers.
Yeah,
that show, it's ridiculous. Oh, man.
It's called Super Sentai Diary Ranger.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be the second season.
Gotcha. Okay.
So looking forward to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, that's
So other than that, don't really have much. Just been on Kingdom Hearts. That's all I've been actually really playing. Yeah, that's about it.
shame on you, EA, is a lesson for this week. Shame on you.
Wow.
Fix your servers before you put out a demo.
You know,
Shame on you.
it's really sad what BioWare has become.
Well, that's what happens when you get bought out. God damn it! That's why people love indie developers and stuff. It's like
BioWare was probably one of my favorite game makers, and then once they got sold to EA, they got hated by me.
I only hated them after Mass Effect 2 because I know they put so much that was when they started with 3.
Yeah, the microtransactions in the multiplayer.
And I was like, I love the multiplayer, but guys, people just pay to win.
Yeah, and that sucks.
I was like, don't do that.
I did like 3 as a game. I just hated the
I didn't really care about the ending thing either. I didn't get it. I wasn't sad or upset.
Yeah, I was like, the ending wasn't that bad. It was just not very climactic. Like
basically, it's like okay.
Like, where did everyone go? What are they doing?
Yeah,
Where's Garrus? Did you
it
have
just
kids?
left you with questions like that.
Exactly. Where's Rex? Where's Grunt?
And you know what? Okay, the sad thing about that is just that if they left you with questions, then you would expect, okay, well, they're gonna pick up from where they left off at some point, right? And then you find out that BioWare is like, we're moving on from that part of the Mass Effect universe.
Yeah,
and
now
that's
they're
why
trying
we got Andromeda.
Yeah, and now they're trying to recapture it again. Like what I was hearing that they might actually go with a Mass Effect 4. And I'm like, you know what? You guys done shot yourself in the foot. I don't think I will play it.
Yeah, and that's the sad part is that they have to leave EA for me to trust anything they put out.
Or Miranda has to be like butt naked or something. You have to sell me. You gotta sell me now on something. If I'm really gonna see this, I'm gonna see some action.
The first adults only Mass Effect game.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, but
then
the
crates you'll see.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. But like, nah,
Rex has a love interest.
They're not gonna freaking. They're not gonna go any extreme direction, which is why we're gonna get more bland stuff like Andromeda.
Yeah,
that's just what it is. They've turned into, because the whole thing about that game is just it's very middle of the road. It's not exciting really.
Yeah,
and then put that on top of the numerous facial capture glitches. Oh boy.
Yeah, that was fun.
We had a nightmare factory, and so like that was the end of the series. Like people, I gave up. I'm giving up. Mm-hmm. And Anthem feels really good, but like it's still more like it feels like a half done thing.
Yeah,
it feels like, oh man, this is gonna come out like next year. That's awesome. If you told me that, I'd be fine. This is coming out like at the end of this month. That's terrible.
Yeah.
I hope. Okay, I'll tell you this before we end the show. I don't want to go on too long, but I'm making a prediction now that people are gonna buy this in droves. This is gonna do really good.
I feel, you know what? After I've been reading a lot of the reviews or a lot of people talking about the demo.
Mm-hmm.
I see it probably crashing and burning.
Really, I think people are gonna be like, "Yo, this is awesome. This is Mass Effect. This is BioWare doing some combat cools."
Yeah.
Done. Watch. People are gonna get. Hardcore fans are gonna grasp onto the very smallest of straws, and this is gonna sell super well. I bet you. Like, I have a feeling it's gonna. Well, it's not gonna do like 8 million copies. I bet you it's gonna do like 2 million easy.
The one thing I will say that kind of what helped. When does Division 2 come out?
Not that far. It's this year.
So that's the thing, is the fact that you have Anthem and then in this month. I think Division's next month.
Oh, really? Damn.
And then I see Crackdown 3 is next month.
Okay.
And then you have so you have a game to kind of compare to it and kind of wait on. So I was like, oh, Anthem's not my thing. You know what? I'll wait for Division instead.
Yeah, I know.
And
I don't think
yeah.
patient. I really think we're in a time right now where people are hungry for anything Mass Effect.
Yeah, but you know what we're getting.
But the flying is so good, but I think people are gonna try to put up with this buggy mess just to play that. I think so.
I can see that happening.
And they get bamboozled because they're gonna. How many people aren't screaming about this demo being the exact same?
Yeah.
If that wasn't an article, the article I read was about the performance issues.
Yeah.
I'm telling you because you gotta play it. But nobody's screaming that they paid money for a thing that was basically bullshit.
Yeah.
That's gonna blow up later though. But people are gonna be so like, I can't believe it. If we don't buy this game, then that means BioWare goes bye-bye.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. And I think people are gonna take that to heart and fucking people are gonna buy this game.
Yeah.
It's a double-edged sword. It's not good because it's glitchy as hell.
I'm not interested in buying it, so they lost one customer in me.
People be teleporting my dude. Like, I was shooting the man and he moved like 15 feet away from me.
Yeah.
Like when you die in that game, it does that annoying thing of graying out.
Yeah.
And I'm just standing still and I'm just graying out for no reason. Like, what is shooting me? Why am I dying? Help. That's the feeling I had at the end of everything. And you'll see. I'll send you the picture of what happened in the chat.
You'll see.
So, all right.
So you think it's going to be successful, the first?
I think in spite of all the flaws, it's going to be successful just because people want BioWare to do well.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, I feel like the next thing you're going to hear, if this game fails, BioWare gets shut down by EA.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I really feel like that. Like, they got no more chances. They killed Mass Effect. What else do you care about?
Yeah.
They own Star Wars, but they won't let them make an RPG. So, well.
Yeah, that game.
That's the ones that everybody likes.
That game was looking dope too. What I've seen in it, it looked dope, and I'm like, ooh, that'd be something I want to play. But no, we're gonna give you another Battlefront.
And they won't let. Yeah, so they won't get what they want. But
nobody wants Battlefront no more.
That's how strong the BioWare name is. I think people are gonna give it a chance.
All right, so we'll see. It comes out the end of this month. I lost interest in it. It's probably a no for me.
There's some gold underneath this turd. You just gotta dig and then hold on to it.
I don't feel like playing in a turd.
I don't know if anybody wants to hold on to a stinky piece of gold. Is what I'm saying. So yeah.
Especially with games like Resident Evil 2 and Kingdom Hearts out.
Yeah.
Like those are two great games that.
Okay, Murray. Resident Evil 2 put out a one-shot demo. It was what it was, but it was a complete demo. It said it was a demo, not a beta. And it was pretty faithful to what you played.
Yeah.
Also, so you can't say they bullshit you. So it delivered on all fronts. Why do I feel that this game, they're telling people, hold on, this is an earlier build? Like,
I have a feeling.
I
have a feeling that you may see what Destiny 1 did in the beginning.
Yeah, I know. I think it might have a huge drop off though.
Yeah.
Like you said, Division and all that is gonna have a huge drop off. I think it's gonna sell well, but it's not gonna last.
It's gonna have a bad community, especially if it's not a full game when you buy it. It looks like it's not gonna be a full game when you buy it. I have a feeling when you buy it, you're gonna be like, oh, this is not in here. This is not in here. This is not. Oh, you only could do like the scrimmage mode and shit.
Yeah.
It like everything comes out next month. Like,
oh yeah, they're gonna tell you that. Yeah, the delayed release of everything.
I'll shoot you.
That's true.
Well, I'm gonna go.
They're gonna tell you this to buy the season pass or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's a lose-lose. I feel.
Or BIOS.
I haven't played this. I feel like it's a lose-lose. Like there's something there, but it's completely busted.
Yeah.
And on that note, unless you have anything else to talk about, because we talked about the Morphincast and all that. So yeah.
Yes.
That's it for this week. Thank you for listening. Make sure you follow us on all of our social media platforms. We're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook group is RedCycloneInc. We're also on Tumblr and SoundCloud. And don't forget the RedCycloneInc YouTube, where you can hear this live every week. And you'll get the BGM version shortly thereafter. So
Yeah.
make sure you stay tuned. Who you got, Bert? Oh, wait, you got WordPress too. I updated.
Yes. Oh, before we end it, you heard about the free to play Timefall game, Battle Royale game coming out?
No, I did not.
Yeah, they announced a free to play Titanfall Battle Royale game.
I'm interested.
So that's something coming up.
All right, yeah, you sucked me back in. See what you did.
I did like Titanfall though.
Titanfall 2 is great. So where you at, Mark?
I am at Twitter. Mark with the Mic on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, Twitch TV, which I did Dragon Lair last week. Probably do Dragon Lair 2 this week. Probably do some Kingdom Hearts. Right now, I can't put any videos like the cinematic videos, so I'm gonna wait until I'm able to do it to actually do Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, and Twitch and SoundCloud. Mark with the Mic. All our casts are on there. From the Morphincast, the Wrestling Babble to our cast, it gets better, I swear. Definitely follow that there. Please like and subscribe. Leave comments. Leave things you like, things you don't like, things we want to talk about. Do it.
Yeah, don't forget those pictures of sandwiches so we can put them on
Jenkins. We're gonna like pin the sandwich on Jenkins.
Sandwich of the day.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's gonna be for his birthday. We're gonna do a big thing of him with stickers of sandwiches.
Oh man, it's a big like it's like a refrigerator magnet.
You know, I will actually get
those sheets. We get one of those sheets and then we put the little magnets on. It sticks to them. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Oh man, see, got ideas. Embarrass your friends.
Exactly. All right. Peace out. Laters.